Listeners, still on these culture issues, there is something we want to verify or get details about this opopo and imefunewa na nawa that is being done mostly here in mbaise. We want some clarification from His Royal Highness Ezon II of Opofe. Sir, this issue of opopo and imefunewa na nawa, what is it all about?
Let me start from Opo is very common in our mbaise clan.
Okay.
And it is the apex in the ritual of a late man who is of average age and above. We call it a final rite of burial of a late fellow. If your children are handy, that is to say financially buoyant, after the burial, immediately they will do double. And if your children are not handy, maybe minor, when their father died, then they will wait till when they are financially okay. And they wait there that time, they do a final rite. I don't see it as a second burial. It is only done once for a person. And our people believe that when that final rite is done, the man who is late, his spirit will be at peace with our ancestors. And his children here on earth will have a peaceful mind that they have done the final rite of the burial of their father. And Okuku is only done for men, not for women.
Okay.
And during Okuku, the dance that is associated with it is a dance called ese. And the ese dance is what we call the funeral oration, which we normally use before the advent of Christianity to say what has your father done. And as you are dancing it, you are telling people what your father has done. And they will clap and they come followed with concerts and celebrations. Before we started now writing this funeral oration, whether it is good or bad, we praise everybody. That time we must surely say everything about your father.
Both the good and the bad.
And it is part of our burial ceremony. Even the Jews have their burial ceremony. If you go to read the Gospel according to John, chapter 18 down, the burial of Christ. When Christ was crucified, Joseph of Arimathea and Nicodemus went to the high priest, demanded for the burial of Christ according to the Jewish tradition.
The body of Christ.
The body of Christ was released to them. They brought a white linen, as recorded in the Bible, bought aloe and may worth of 70 pounds, applied it on the body of Christ according to the Jewish burial tradition. There is nowhere in the Bible, from Genesis to Revelation, where it is indicated how a Christian should be buried. If you are a Christian from the Yoruba tribe, you bury your own person according to the Yoruba tradition. If you are Hausa or Igbo or Niger Delta, you bury according to your tradition. And that's why in the Catholics, when anybody dies and the body is brought before the church, they say, "Ani kote ndo tu Christ, ili onyani no so kwesirepes." Ndo tu Christ, wherever they are, we bury according to their traditional setup. It is not fetish. It is not second burial. The other one is when parents die.
Imefunewa.
Okay. The children were young. They had no money. Relations contributed, both casted and buried the man or the woman. And that is all. If they happen to get some food and drinks and give to the visitors. That will be all. So this goat killing, as it is demanded in the Igbo and the mbaise tradition, is not done. Dokuku is not done, which means the real burial rite of the man or the woman has not been done. When the children grows up, they will now do the final rite. And if somebody is coming to marry, mostly the female, and the mother and the father are not living, our people say you must do those things you ought to have done when they were alive. Yes, in those days, they will bought the stick for the father, clothes for the father and cap, and clothes for the mother. In those days, our people used to burn it. So the advent of Christianity frowned at it and said that is ritualistic. So our people, what they do now is that you buy those items, the living will make use of it. They will go to the church and give for thanksgiving to remember the souls of the departed. So that's what is on now in our place. They don't burn those materials any longer. They go to the church or the mass and offer a mass for them to ask God to remember their parents who are departed, to accept their souls.
Thank you very much, sir. As you can see, you have heard that from him, the Okuku issue. This is just a final burial rite done for the dead, especially it's for the man. They don't do it for a woman. Then the one has to do it when you come to marry a lady and the parents are late. The right that's supposed to have given to the parents when they were alive, they say it's email from one and now you give it. It has to do with buying of clothes and other things. Initially, as you heard, it was normally burnt, but now, due to Christianity, you don't burn it. The living put on those clothes, but the normal things is being done. So, what do you people have to say about this culture? Let's see what your comments of view is about this. Thank you very much. This is Mr. Solo for Speak Up TV.